Welcome to Tackle Storage Week. So we got two videos coming out this week for you. On one side, I'll be talking about how I like to organize my tackle for open water fishing. And on the other side, in this particular video, Joel Nelson is going to talk about how he likes to organize his tackle for ice fishing. So without further ado, let's jump right in.
Hey everybody, Joel Nelson here, and I want to talk to you about my tackle storage solutions. Everybody's got their own way. Everybody's got their own favorite boxes, ways they carry things out onto the lake, but I'm going to tell you what's worked for me for the better part of 2 decades. And really it starts with something that you can't see here. It's at home. And it is a big tote full of lures in their original packaging. I have found no better way to keep lures clean, free of paint chips, free of any kind of dents or dings. They're organized, they're well labeled, right? You get the brand on the package, you see the size of the bait, the color if you need to buy another one. It's the best way to keep baits, but it is a home storage solution, right? It's a big tote full of lures. And I keep them in the packages as long as humanly possible. But my next step is to put them in tackle bags. You see, I've got some loose bags of different products. I've got a couple boxes in here. I've got just a variety of different Ziploc bags and storage solutions that go in the bag. The bag is step number 2, and really what I do is take things out onto the ice with the bag that can be opened and used out on the ice for later. So that's storage solution number 2. It's really flexible. Stuff anything you need to in the bag that doesn't fit in another tackle solution. The next thing you see is the things that I'm carrying on my person. And that's going to be a lot of these smaller handheld tackle boxes. They're ones that I can stuff into the suit. I've got things organized very well inside of each of them. I can take individual small trays, maybe stuff them in a big pocket. I can take them back and forth between the big bag tote. But really, at the application side of things, when I'm fishing, when I'm out on the ice tying on new lures, a lot of what I have goes into these. So there you have it. That is a at-home, in-bag, and on-person storage solution.
So now that we've got a quick overview of Joel's system, sort of like a 10,000 foot view, let's take a closer look at some of his specific boxes, starting off with his Panfish Spoons.
So if you followed what I do over the years, you probably know by now that I'm a huge fan of using spoons for panfish. It's one of those things where if I can catch them fishing aggressively, fishing quickly, I'm kind of expecting to catch the bigger fish in the schools and being able to fish fast and more efficient. So I love the Forage Minnow series in the smaller baits here and the next size up, right? So we've got 32nd ounce, 16th ounce. What you don't see here for everything is I've got backup back home. Again, I only want to carry onto the ice what I feel I can use in any given period. And if it looks like I'm getting low, let's say I get some overzealous pike that come in and snip off a bunch of lures, I literally just make time the next time back home to take some more baits out of package and replace from inventory exactly what I have here. It keeps me running light, keeps me running fast, keeps me running lean. I've also got some buckshot spoons in here. Those are for crappies. Those are for deep water crappies. I really like those for deep water crappie applications, as do the eyeball spoons. I love those in deep water crappie applications. So I've got a couple different colors and sizes there too.
Next up, let's take a look at his Jig Box.
And when it comes to some of the micro panfish applications, I'm a huge fan of a lot of the tungstens and tungsten jigs inside the Northland lineup. The banana jig is one I've fished over the years, but really at the end of the day, having some panfish offerings in the tungsten side of things that are smaller, variety of colors, that's what I look to have. And as you can see, again, these are all my horizontal baits, all horizontal. Forage Minnow Fry is another one, again, a great horizontal application. I flip to the other side and I've got a couple of horizontal baits, but I've got some of my very important vertical ones, as you can see here. So again, as a continuation on some of the horizontal jigs, we've got the tungsten punch fly, which has been a wonderful jig for a variety of different species. I really like that one. But you see the rest of the box is again dominated by those vertical baits. And it's really nice to be able to show fish a different look. Quite often I'll have multiple rods rigged. Again, with vertical offerings, horizontal offerings, being able to show them something a little bit different. And at the end of the day, really that's what it's all about for a lot of different fish species, just being able to give them a little different look.
Now switching gears to walleye fishing, I'm a big fan of using spoons for walleyes on the ice, and I know that Joel is too. Let's take a closer look at Joel's walleye spoon box.
So if you take out my spoon boxes, I've got a box that's dedicated just to buckshots. It's one of the best spoons of all time, right? Why wouldn't I? So these are the colors and sizes that I'm carrying for so many different applications. Now, you got to remember, again, I can keep dipping into my boxes from back home to resupply as needed, but what you've got is you've got a smattering of different colors that serve me well in clear water, as well as a lot of the dingy water that I fish. You notice there's buckshot flutter spoons mixed in, as well as different sizes of the regular buckshot spoon. So I'm a big fan of using these buckshots for a variety of applications, and hey, if it's midwinter, I might downsize a little bit to some of these smaller sizes. If it's early season, I'm definitely fishing loud and proud, some of the brighter colors. This is what I've got in my buckshot spoon box. But I've also got a box dedicated to the glow shot spoons. They've been a really great addition for me, especially on bodies of water like Upper Red Lake, Lake of the Woods. The glow has been incredible. And I fish a lot of dingier southern Minnesota type waters too, that the glow shot spoons have just been wonderful. I definitely keep a box well stocked, both with glow sticks, as well as the spoons themselves in different shapes, sizes, and colors. All right, what else have we got here? We've got, oh, ho ho ho. I can't forget about the venerable Macho Minnow. The Macho Minnow, again, kind of deserves its own box. These are spoons that I use for a variety of different species in a variety of situations. You see I've got some great big ones. Wonderful for out on Mille Lacs, deeper water, fishing some of the deeper mud flats and whatnot. I've got some smaller varieties that work well in a lot of other systems for anything from eater-sized walleyes to trophies. I've got a couple eyeball spoons mixed in here too. I don't just use them for panfish, I use them for walleyes quite a bit as well, both on set lines as well as jigging. So
now let's answer the question that at least I know I was curious about. What the heck does Joel have stashed in that red pouch?
Now if we dig in the bag a little bit, we've got all kinds of fun items. We've got plastics, we've got bobbers, we've got some plain hooks, we got some other hard baits in there. Definitely when you come to odd packaging, when it comes to things that don't fit as well inside of a traditional box, that's where that bag is just so great to have. You know, I've got such a wide variety of things in this bag that it's really my venerable toolkit. It's like the MacGyver style tackle box, where if it doesn't fit in any of the other regular storage situations or solutions, it fits in a bag just fine.
All in all, I really dig Joel's setup. As you can see, it's not fancy or flashy, but it's really flexible and well thought out. And when Joel explains it, it really makes a ton of sense.
So I've gone over most of what I have for tackle, but definitely not all of it. I mean, the real point to this system is that, especially with the boxes and the baits in the packaging back home, this whole system is modular, it's scalable. If at any point I'm fishing a system where I don't think I'm gonna use, you know, maybe some of the Macho Minnows, or if I'm fishing a system where I don't think the glow shot box is gonna be to my advantage, I just switch it out for another box of maybe the Forage Minnow spoons or other boxes that I have home ready to plug and play into my other tackle storage solutions, depending on the body of water or the species that I'm chasing. So it's really the kind of system that allows you to only have out there what you think you'll need at the time without wasting space and without carrying too much tackle with you that's probably just going to get beat up if it rides around with you constantly, maybe on an ATV or a snowmobile anyway. So there you have it. From back home to out on the open ice to what I carry on my person, that's a deep look inside my tackle box.
So there you have it, some tackle storage tips that you can use for the upcoming ice season. It won't be too long before we're walking on hard water, and I, for one, am really excited. If you enjoyed this video and you learned something, hit that little red subscribe button down below, because we have a lot more content coming your way, and we will see you in the next one.